Hey, good morning. Welcome to Welcome to Sports Talk. I had to think about that. I was thinking about my entrance and I messed it up. Good morning. Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. Friday, May 3rd, we have Nichole Lovejoy and Charlie Meyers with us today. Welcome.
Thank you.
You want to tell us where you're from so we get the titles right and everything?
Sure. I am the Chief Advancement Officer at the New River YMCA.
I've never met a Chief Advancement Officer before.
Yeah, do you know what we do?
You're going to tell us in a little bit. We're going to get to that.
And I am Charlie Myers, the Chief Executive Officer of the YMCA.
Of the New River YMCA.
The New River
The most
YMCA.
newest YMCA
in the
country shortly. We're going to talk about the groundbreaking that happened a couple weeks ago, the things coming up. But before we start, I want to thank our sponsors: National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, CNS Paint, Ron Choate and Victor Case, Golden Corral, Mr. Billy Sewell. You know Billy Sewell, don't you?
We do.
I think you guys are familiar with him. Rock Creek Golf and Country Club, Jones Onslow EMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Jones LP Gas located in Verona, where today, on Fridays, if you have a gas bottle to fill, $11. Y'all do any grilling?
Yes,
Anybody
I do.
does grilling? $11 you can't beat. It's like 20-some bucks everywhere else. So on Fridays, $11 there in Verona at Jones LP Gas. Southern Touch Painting, Mr. Roger Carroll and his gang. Fountain Management, Sandra Fountain. Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley. Barnes Diamond Gallery, Miss Lindsay Jarman. Lane Associates Family Dentistry, Doctors Tommy and Kim Morgan. Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer. I think you guys know Bill too, don't you?
Yeah,
everybody knows Bill. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, and we want to thank Helen's Kitchen. They haven't arrived yet, but have you guys ate at Helen's Kitchen before?
I have not.
The most bestest breakfast anywhere, and they're going to bring us these breakfast bowls. It's grits, eggs, sausage, and cheese.
Yum.
Good stuff. They'll be bringing that in. I want to thank Billy Grissett for feeding us and our Sports Talk guests and hosts. We have a hurricane watch today. Do you know what a hurricane watch is? You are from the coast.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about the Carolina hurricanes, though. A couple of weeks ago, it was what we call a tropical depression because it was a bad time in the hurricane season. But it's a full-fledged hurricanes watch now. The playoffs are rolling. We'll talk about what they did in the first round. That's sponsored by Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning, Jason Humphrey and the gang. And we want to talk, too, about their Daikin giveaway. Have you ever heard of a Daikin air conditioning system?
I have.
They're going to be giving one away this summer to a lucky participant, whatever they decide the criteria is to give that away. We'll talk more about that in the coming weeks on how they can do that and what you can do to, I guess, apply for that and how that works. We have our racing report also coming up later. It's powered by Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and the gang. And wave to the YouTube and Facebook world. We have all kinds of links, and we podcast, we Facebook, we YouTube, AM, FM. We got it all, don't we? Streaming. Yeah. We're at WSME Radio on YouTube and on Facebook at Freedom 97.1 WSME. You can also listen online at our website at WSME971.com. And the studio hotline is 910-346-2248 if you ever need to get up with us about a potential guest you want to have on the show. Do you guys know any famous sports people?
I don't.
Michael Jordan or anybody like that?
I know of them, but don't.
I
don't
met
know them
Derek
personally.
Wittenberg that played for
he's
NC
awesome, isn't he?
State. Yeah, I've met him before.
Yeah, he's a live wire too, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He's
he can
great.
talk your ears off. Love to have him on the show sometime. Maybe try and get him down this way. So without further ado, let's jump right into the New River YMCA. Groundbreaking was what?
April
2 weeks
10th.
ago?
April 10th.
3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago. We had a show that day, and I left to go over to the groundbreaking and kind of caught the tail end of it. I think Billy was on about hour 3 of his opening remarks.
Maybe not that much, but
Billy is very passionate about
Yes,
YMCA.
we love Billy.
And he can tell you anything you need to know about it. And it was a good time over there. They did the ceremonial shovel in the dirt stuff, right? Have we put backhoes in the dirt yet?
Oh, we've got lots of stuff going on
Lots-
over there.
there's backhoes out there. There's a lot of little
They're
stuff. going
clearing
on.
ground and moving dirt.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, nice. So give us the whole rundown on how it starts and what are the first few things they do. Obviously, you're going to have a pool, so I'm assuming we'll dig a hole somewhere.
We will. We'll have 2 pools, actually.
Nice. Indoor and outdoor.
2 indoor
Oh,
pools.
2 indoor, okay.
Yep.
One will be a lap lane pool for a competition, so swim teams, and the other will be a family, what we refer to as a family pool.
So that's like for my cannonballs and
For
stuff.
your cannonballs, it's also warmer, so little kids and
Nice.
maybe the older population may enjoy the warmer pools also.
Now speaking of warmer, how about hot tubs? Any hot tubs?
No hot tubs.
No hot tubs. That's more like the hotel type thing there. So what's the timeline? What are we looking at as far as getting everything started? Who wants to jump in?
So no pressure for our contractors if they're listening, but 18 months is what we're telling people. So September of 2026.
So from digging with ceremonial shovels to opening up 18 months.
18 months.
I think the Wawa's taking longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing that they can do that. Do you want to give a shout out to your company that's doing it?
Yeah, Atlantic Construction.
Oh, nice.
So
They've taken on a Herculean task there. Now, tell everybody the location and stuff over there, too. Of the
1940 Gum Branch Road.
Which is kind of where, I know where it is, but y'all explain it.
Closest thing is Catalyst Church, right down the street from Catalyst Church. It's in the former River of Life church building.
Yeah, people know the back exit out of Northwoods.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right across from that.
Yeah, or if you've noticed the big Amazon building being built down there. So it's right
yeah,
behind
that's
us.
True. Hey, we got to get Amazon as a sponsor now that they're local. We'll work on that.
Let me know when you get that contact, okay?
Okay. like a shark in the water, she starts hearing the music and everything. So, do you do a lot of that stuff, like funding and stuff for the YMCA?
Yeah, so that's my job.
And tell us the title again.
Chief Advancement Officer.
Chief
Okay, so
Advancement
technically my title is Chief Mission and Advancement Officer.
Okay.
Nobody knows what that means.
Well, you're going to tell us, right?
I can tell us,
Okay,
yes.
tell us.
So the Chief Advancement Officer position, I raise money. So we are in the middle of our capital campaign. We are almost completely to our goal. The total project's $21.5 million, and we've got about 19.5 of that. So we're almost there. So that is my job to help with our capital campaign committee to raise those remaining funds for the building construction itself. And then we also run an annual campaign, and that annual campaign is for to go back into the community in form of financial assistance so that everybody can come to the YMCA no matter what their financial background is.
Oh, nice. So how will that work once it opens? Will you have like a membership? Do you just show up and say, I want to splash in the pool? How does it
Yeah,
work?
so there will be a membership, and that membership will allow you access to the full facility. So you can come and use the weight room, use the basketball courts, use the pool, take classes, and then there will be some other partnership opportunities for access to the pool through some of the other funding that we've received.
Yeah, some of the agreements we have with the funding structure, there will be a day a week that will have a couple hours that'll be free to the community.
Free play.
Just to come in and do those cannonballs you want to do.
Yeah.
So
I plan on doing 25 daily to get back in shape.
and we'll also allow the school system to come in and use it for swim teams.
And that was one thing we want to talk about too. That's going to be so awesome to have where our Onslow County schools can actually have swim teams now.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, the only thing we got now is like the retaining ponds and stuff in front of some of the schools, and that's just not what you want to do, So I don't think any school has a pool, do we, in Onslow County? I know we don't.
I don't believe
yeah.
so.
No.
I think there's a couple that may have had some swimming stuff, like where they worked it out with Courts Plus or an aquatic center or something like that. But it'd be nice to have this place where every school in the county can use it.
Yes, exactly. Every school in the county will be able to use it. The Y will also eventually form their own club swim team for the younger kids, so we can actually train them up as they get older.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what about like how will you work out? That's going to be a logistics issue about all the teams practicing at one time after school.
You'll have some that are practicing early in the morning also.
Really?
So you may have a 5 a.m. practice.
Probably the
going
ones a
on.
little closer.
The closer
Yeah.
ones. Others that are farther away may still continue to use the pools that they're using outside of the Y.
Yeah.
But we'll work that out logistically. There will always be lanes open to our members to come in. So it's an 8-lane pool. So we'll probably always keep at least 2 lanes available for members and others to come in, like yourself, to swim those laps that you're going to do.
Oh, yeah. I plan on getting back in shape because round is not a shape, and I need to start working back out. But I'm going to work on that. Looking forward to the YMCA to help me get that started. Now, does YMCA still stand what it always used to stand for?
What is that?
Why? Young,
Young,
men's, clubs.
the Christian. And your C was backwards. But
It's not clubs?
Christian.
No, it's Christian.
It was never clubs?
No.
I didn't realize that.
Young Men's Christian Association.
Oh, I just thought it was Young Men's Clubs of America.
No,
Is anybody else used to think that too?
that's the first I've heard clubs.
Really? I just assumed.
New to me, too. But your C was backwards, so
Was it?
we'll work on
It was
that
hard to
before
tell.
we make you
Maybe
Well, see, when I'm
on
behind
YouTube
it,
it may not be. I don't know. Does
No,
it
it
reverse
doesn't
you?
invert.
Okay.
It does it the right way. So I did do it backwards. So all these years at football games, I've been doing it backwards. The C, I'll have to work that out for next
What
year.
school did you go to?
I'm Southwest Onslow.
Okay.
We know how to spell.
Okay.
Yeah, especially an acronym. We know how to dial 911 and spell VIP. So, what are some other cool things about the YMCA? First of all, let's talk more about the structure of it and getting everything up and running. Give us like a facility overview of everything you'll have, which you kind of did, but kind of touch on each one and what it'll mean to the area.
Right. So in the aquatic center, like he was saying, there's going to be
water, right?
Yes,
See.
there will be 2 pools in that additional facility, as well as 3 rooms that we're going to have wellness classes. So your yoga, your Zumba,
Group X
classes. So those rooms will be over there. We'll have locker rooms over in that new aquatic building as well. And then that building will attach over to the current building and the addition going on the front of the current building, which the addition on the front of the building will be all of your gym equipment, your machines, your free weights, your cardio equipment will be in front of the current building.
Now, is that the existing building now? That will be mostly like the weight room area, stuff like that?
The existing building now will be admin offices, and then the old sanctuary will be converted into a middle school size basketball
Cool.
facility. So there'll be a walking track around the outside,
Yeah, 'cause it's a
basketball
big
hoops,
sanctuary,
volleyball.
man.
It's a big
And
room.
it'll also have still continue having our preschool program. We have half-day preschool in the building now. We'll continue that along with what we refer to in the Y as a child watch. So where families will be able to drop their kids off,
Kinda like a
stay in the
daycare
building. They'll
type
stay
thing.
in the building and work out for 2 hours and pick them up for.
Oh, so you'll have somebody in there staffing that to keep an eye on the kids.
Correct.
Yep.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then coming this fall, we'll have junior kindergarten for the kids that just missed that cutoff. I think it's
I was one
August
of those.
31st in North Carolina. So those September babies that are ready, but the state won't let them go, they can come to our junior kindergarten.
I was an October 5th baby, and I was in that same guideline to where I was a little too old for kindergarten, but not old enough, so they just put me in first grade. So I was like 16 my senior year in high school.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. And it turned out okay. I wish I'd have been, in the year afterwards, I'd have been bigger for football. So, anyway, so
They ruined it for you.
Yeah, I know. I'd been playing for the Redskins or something maybe. But the whole dynamic in there, the whole system set up to basically anybody can come that wants to, right?
Right. I mean, somebody who wants to come in but maybe can't afford our membership rates can apply for that financial assistance.
Okay.
And
Do you know what the rates will be?
We do not yet.
Are we not?
So
We're
we're
gonna
not.
put that out
We're
there
not
yet.
putting that out yet.
We're not ready for that yet.
No.
18 months is a long way away.
Yeah.
Things could change a lot.
That's true. You never know.
The nice thing about the Y facility is it's a true family facility. So there'll be things for little kids to be watched by someone, but all the way up to the seniors in there that are coming in to do some of our aqua size classes or some small chair yoga classes, stuff like that they'll have for
Chair
them.
yoga?
Chair yoga.
I've seen a lot of that on the internet lately, the chair workouts type
Yes.
stuff.
our classes start tomorrow if you want to come take one.
Tomorrow?
You can come take
In
a
the
class.
existing facility?
You can come take a class tomorrow morning.
So that's not a parking nightmare with all the construction going on? You'll be able to use the facility currently?
It's not yet.
We're working around it all.
Well, where was the old YMCA was downtown, right?
So that's still a building. That's childcare.
So that's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do have stuff over at the new building already. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about the stuff that's going on now. Everything that's available for people to do now.
So she said group exercise. That's just we just got that started. Hired
the
an
first day.
excellent wellness director that's coming on board early on. She had been working up in New Bern, but lived here and actually started with us originally down at the Cheney Avenue location. Preschool programs, half-day preschool, summer camp. That's right around the corner. I believe there's 3 different locations that we'll have throughout the county for our summer day camp program.
So there won't be any overnight stay.
No overnight right now. There are opportunities if someone is interested in overnight, we can connect them to some of the other Ys surrounding us that have overnight camp that we'll connect them into. Our biggest program right now is still going on throughout the rest of the school year is our before and after school, where we're serving over 1,000 students every single day.
So will you do something, would that be what the summer camps are through the summer? Almost like a little bit to help the parents that work, things like that.
Yeah,
have somewhere to
so
drop
early
the kids
drop off. You can drop off as early as 6 a.m. for our
the
summer
morning?
camp. Yes.
I'm retired. I don't
So
get up
for
there.
those parents that do have to go to
Yeah.
work early, drop off does begin, and we do. We have 3 sites for summer camp across the county. So Dixon, Queens Creek, and then Clyde Irwin is going to be where our camp that's normally at our facility, but because of construction, it's going to be at Clyde Irwin.
So you're going
this
to
summer.
farm it out to some of the
We're
close is a
we're
little
still
closer.
running it. The schools are just letting us use their facilities.
Right, that's what I mean is you'll have it where, like, say, because Dixon's not right across the street from the YMCA, so
Right.
you have a local area. And you said you had one in Swansboro too?
Yes, Queens Creek
Queens
will
Creek,
be
okay.
where that location.
And then every
is.
group will end up coming to our Gun Branch location on what we refer to as out back, where they'll be able to do some archery and other outdoor activities at the facility also.
Now, there's still a good chunk of woods back there behind you guys,
Yeah, we
right?
still have about probably after construction and pavement and additions, retention ponds, all that. We'll still have about 6 acres left that's undeveloped.
I was starting to say, develop a little woods camp type thing, stay in the middle of the night.
Yeah, fishing in the
Some
retention
cabins.
ponds.
Yeah,
Fishing in
exactly,
retention ponds.
cabins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds fun.
That'd be good for the group. Oh, he didn't scare me with the siren. Okay, thank you. She's a little jumpy, so you don't want to, get her stirred up. All right, we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back on Sports Talk. Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. We have Nichole Lovejoy from the River YMCA with us today.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. And also from the River YMCA, Charlie Meyers.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being with us. We're going to do our racing report. You guys big NASCAR fans? You don't strike me as being big NASCAR fans.
I'm not a NASCAR
When,
fan.
when
no.
I was actually young, I actually watched them a lot.
I mean, my
Yeah,
dad
those-
made me
I
watch
those
a lot.
Jeff Gordon
When you were
shirts.
young?
Like
How-
when I was
how
like,
old are you,
like when
Charlie?
I was like middle school. I'm 42.
Okay. You look younger, don't you?
Thanks,
Well,
Yeah.
good. Okay. So, who was your driver back then?
Jeff Gordon.
Okay. And he kind of, is aged out. He's now a broadcaster.
Yeah.
But the NASCAR group, they're kind of getting a new group of stars together. Did you ever go to a NASCAR race?
I did not.
It's like they say, it's a lot better in person. Just like a hockey game. You see it on TV, you're like, but you go to a game and it's a lot more exciting. So
I've been on a tour at Daytona.
You went to Daytona?
Yeah, I wasn't on a race.
Did you get to ride in a car or anything around the track?
No, but I did get to take the little trolley around the track and get the full tour.
Really? Was the trolley on the track or down?
Yes.
You were on the banking on the trolley.
We didn't go up the high bank. We didn't go up the high bank. No.
Yeah.
No, we
You
did not
fall
go up the
off
high
banking
bank.
there. It's
We
so-
climbed it.
Yeah,
We
and
got-
you
we got
see
to
what
walk
it's
it.
like. About
Yes.
30 degrees banking or 25 or something like that, yeah. Well, this past week they were at Talladega, Alabama, which is the only track that has more banking than Daytona does. And, yeah, it's pretty steep. They showed it's like 8 cars on top of each other stacked up is how high it actually gets to in the banking. That's crazy, isn't it? And so you don't just ride around it, you'd be like sliding down, so you have to kind of keep up a full speed to do it. Austin Cindric, are y'all familiar with Austin?
Never heard of him.
Austin won the race. In the number 2 Ford, which is a Penske car, Kyle Larson was second in a Chevrolet, William Byron third, and William Byron was the points leader coming in, so I'm assuming with a third place finish, he's probably still the points leader. He's in a Chevrolet also. Noah Gragson, that's a new one, in a Ford, and Chase Elliott, who, if you remember the old days, Bill Elliott, you've heard of him. That's Chase is Bill's son, so that was at Talladega. And by the way, our racing report is sponsored by Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and the gang. And they can sell you any kind of car you want. If you guys are looking for a good used car, go see Ben Beasley. He'll sell you a race car too if you want to. He'll sell you anything. He's kind of like you. He can sell anything. He can sell sand to an Arab, or water to
a blade of grass to a grasshopper, ice to an Eskimo.
Thank you.
There's all kinds of things like that.
See, you can tell he's been in the radio business. He's prepared. William Byron, by way of that third place finish, is still the points leader. Kyle Larson second, Denny Hamlin third, Chase Elliott fourth, and Christopher Bell fifth. And also part of our racing report too. First of all, let me tell you where they're going next week. They're going to Texas Motor Speedway. That'll be this coming Sunday. That's a big track too, so they get pretty good speeds there. Any idea how fast they go at Talladega? Just take a guess.
I feel like I should know this from that movie.
Do you think they go 150 miles an hour?
Easy, right?
Oh, yeah. They go around 200 at Talladega.
That's crazy.
A little more. When Bill Elliott was running before they did the restrictor plates on the carburetors, he was doing about right around 220. That's pretty fast on an oval track. Now, drag racing, they get faster, but that's just for a short
I was going to say,
period of time.
should we go test that and see if we
Sure.
can do that down the bypass?
But don't do it in a trolley, because a trolley will roll down off the banking. But, don't do it on the bypass. JPD has that staked
JPD,
out.
please don't come get us for saying that.
Go 200 miles an hour on the bypass.
I drive a Burgundy F-150 in
They'll
case they get us.
F-150. She just strike me as an F-150.
That's not my car.
Okay.
That's
my
his car.
Okay.
But Nichole with her sales prowess or whatever, she gets special permission maybe from the JPD.
Just close it. You have to close it down if you've ever rode with her.
I don't know about all that.
Charlie thinks I'm a terrible driver.
Really?
I'm actually a really
Have you
great
gotten a lot
driver.
of tickets?
No.
Do you speed?
No, the last time I got
Curbs.
pulled.
You're a good driver.
The last time I got
No, that's
pulled
a
over
bad
by
parker.
don't check my wheels. Yeah, I may or may not have taken out my own mailbox before, but it's fine.
So
She
Charlie, I mean, we're getting off topic, but what makes her a bad driver? Like, clarify bad driver.
Parking, it sounds like.
Parking and curbs.
Oh,
she can't
curbs.
pull into a parking spot at all.
She needs some of those old school curb finders. Remember those? Those little metal things that would stick out when you get close.
Or those, the old school truck things that had the little lights on the
Yeah.
Oh,
bumpers.
Yeah.
How about parallel parking? Have you ever tried that?
I mean, I can do that, but you don't have to do that in Jacksonville.
You
There's
got
like
back
nowhere
in
to
do
parallel
that, though.
park.
You can't go in first. You got to back in and swing the booty around. So Texas Motor Speedway is next week, this coming week, and then Kansas Motor Speedway will be the week after. Then they come back to North Wilkesboro. Do y'all know where North Wilkesboro is? Towards the mountains here. Great little.
I've heard of
community
it.
town. Oh yeah. So it's an old school track. They'll be back for the All-Star race May 18th at North Wilkesboro. So that'll be a good one to go to. We'll have to pull some media passes to try to go to that. I think it's no, that's not Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day weekend is the weekend before May 11th. Speaking of mothers, we're going to finish up our racing report. Thank you again to Onslow County Motor Company and Ben Beasley and the gang. And I want to say this early on, and I get running my mouth. My mom and dad celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary this past Wednesday.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Awesome.
60
Amazing.
years, yeah. So, and Mother's Day coming up. Big shout out to Mom and Pop. They made me what I am today, so you can either blame them or credit them, however you want to do it. Probably a little bit of both. I know. They turned out a lot better than I did. But anyway, 60 years. Congratulations, Linda and Danny Raynor, on 60 years of wedding bliss. They were planting butter beans in the garden the other day together. It was so sweet. Still doing that. Do you guys like butter beans?
No.
No. It's a
Butter
bean.
bean people.
They don't know what butter beans are.
If they
Is
ever
that
tried
a-
them, they like them.
Is that a Southern thing?
Well, some people call them lima beans, but butter beans are the sweet version of lima beans before they get all tough and.
Well, I don't eat lima beans either. So
Well,
Yeah, me neither.
Next time I make a thing of butter beans, I'll run by the Y and drop some off for you.
okay,
They're good.
sounds good.
So thank you again for our race report, Ben Beasley and the gang at Onslow County Motor Company. And NASCAR, of course, will be at Texas this weekend. So tune into the race. Also, part of our race report, our local tracks, they got stuff going on all summer. Do you guys ever go to Carteret Speedway or the New River All-American Raceway?
We go out to Jacksonville to All American Speedway.
The one out here? Yeah. Shorter tracks, obviously, but man, they got some good racing going on out there. So check out your local tracks. Check out the NASCAR events. And with that, back to River YMCA. What else do we want to talk about at YMCA? We got a whole nother 2 hours to go, so we got to fill it in. It won't be that long, but
We can talk about some of our events that we have coming up.
yeah.
So
now this is stuff all at the existing center now, right?
some at our existing center, some are off-site events.
Okay. Tell us about
So
'em.
what do we have next?
I don't know. You're supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm
tell
thinking,
me.
what do we have next? So next weekend, actually for Mother's Day, we are doing a mother and son superhero themed dance at the YMCA. So moms.
So a cosplay type thing, costumes.
No, it's just something fun for the little boys to dress up
they
and have
could
a good
dress
time
up.
with their
Yeah.
mom. So I mean, yeah, they dress up.
You
Moms,
said the superhero thing, so that
Yeah.
They can
Mom-
dress up as a Superman.
Superman, Batman, whoever.
Mom can dress up too, or if mom doesn't want to dress up,
mom
she
can be
can.
Wonder Woman because
Yeah.
most moms are.
Yeah,
Now you're a mom too, right?
I am a mom.
Are your kids?
I am
how
not-
old are
I am
your
not a
kids
mom.
now.
My kids, how old are they? Grayson is 5, Maddie's 6, and Peyton's 10.
So they're getting to that age where they're starting to get presents from mom for Mother's Day on their own, and
They better.
yeah. Well, I know they'll
My
they'll get
husband
some help.
listens to this radio
That's what I'm
station,
gonna say. He'll
so
probably give you some help too. On doing that. So look forward to Mother's Day for you too.
yes, it'll be a good time. So moms can buy tickets
Mm-hmm.
online, $40. They can come and have a night out with their son. There's going to be an ice cream sundae bar, some dancing with the DJ, professional photographer taking their picture.
And it's just for moms and sons.
Moms and sons
You're
back
doing a mom and
at
daughter thing.
we did daddy and daughter back at Valentine's Day,
Okay.
and that was a good turnout. We had like 200 people. And then we'll do a whole family event later in the year. We're talking maybe around Halloween time frame.
Ooh, that'd be a good time.
So, but we also have a fundraiser coming up. We are partnering with Eggs Up Grill, and we're doing a pancake
awesome.
for dinner fundraiser. So they're opening at night, May 16th from 5 to 7 just for the YMCA, and tickets are on sale now for that event, $10 for a ticket, and we get to keep a portion of those proceeds to go to our annual impact fund, which
Okay.
is like we were talking about earlier, that money that goes back into the community in forms of financial assistance.
Do you have a website they can go to buy tickets?
Yes, they can go to our Facebook page is the easiest way to find those ticket links. If they go to our Facebook page, they can click right on the link and they can purchase their tickets through our website.
Okay. And all the things we talk about, is there a standard website location or the Facebook page?
Yeah,
Best way
so
to do it?
newriverymca.org is our website. It's a little bit harder to navigate to purchase tickets, but all of our programs and everything that we have coming up is also on that website.
And your Facebook page, all the stuff, the links are on there too.
Absolutely.
Awesome. It's like when we have the Jacksonville Alonzo Sports Commission on, they have their play, josc.com. They can go to where everything spiders off of that. So that's good.
Yes.
What other events you got coming up?
So speaking of racing, we have a 5K, the Marine Chevy Shuffle
That's
is coming
running,
up.
right? Not car.
Running,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, I don't run though. So
You ran last time.
I did, but I
Wait,
was in
was
but
it
I
a
was in
run?
it was a 5K, but I was like in the interview process for this job. So, I was trying to get like those bonus points. So I did. My entire family ran a
You
5K.
kind of embellished a little, yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
Your
ran.
entire family ran, but did they beat you?
Okay, you know what? I have a 6-year-old who doesn't like to run, and I walked with her.
The
Were you running in those shoes?
The excuse was a
Trying to say
6-year-old.
that would
I
be a
had
problem.
sneakers on, but
Sneakers.
my 6-year-old my 6-year-old wanted to walk, so I just walked with her. So yes, my
Aw.
5-year-old son beat me in the 5K. We're not going to talk about that.
So you're not a big runner.
No,
There's
absolutely
the
not.
other side. So you're like me. If people see you running down the street, shoot whatever's chasing you.
Or you should run too, because yes,
something's chasing you.
yes.
Well, that is the siren this time to tell us it's time to take a break. We're going to come back with our Hurricane Watch, and we'll be right back on Sports Talk. Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. You hear the music there by the Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. So it's time for our Hurricanes watch. 2 weeks ago was a tropical depression. The Hurricanes had already sealed up where they were playing in the playoffs, their seeding, so nothing could change. So they lost like 7 of their last 8 games. Even season ticket holders were jumping off of roofs. And now all of a sudden, it's a Hurricane watch again because it's in the playoffs when it means something. They won their series 4-1 over the New Jersey Devils. Anybody from New Jersey? I hope not.
No.
If so, I was gonna
She's
poke
close.
fun at you.
No,
Where are you
I'm from Pennsylvania.
It's closer than here.
Oh, you and we need to get you and Marisa from the Sports Commission to talk. She's from Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, we're not
She's from Williamsport area, I think.
I'm from Gettysburg.
Gettysburg, really?
So about 3 hours
I've
from
heard
her.
of Gettysburg. Yeah.
I would hope so.
I would
I hope
think
everybody's
so.
heard of
We
Gettysburg.
have history, yes. There are a lot of history there at Gettysburg. Have you ever taken the tour? I'm not getting off the subject, but have you ever done the tour of the battlefield there?
Yes, absolutely. My grandfather actually worked for the battlefield.
Really?
Yes.
Can you get me free tickets?
I mean, you don't. There's not really free
It's
tickets.
not really a ticket or anything,
You
you
can
just do it.
drive through the battlefield yourself
Well, let me
and
tell
take
you
the
how long
guided
ago
tour.
it's been since I went. My uncle, who worked for NASA in D.C. and was very, very brainy, he had this cassette tour that we took. Cassette. It wasn't 8-track, but it was a cassette. That's how long ago it was.
I mean, you can essentially still do the same thing,
So
but
now I'm
you
sure they
don't
give
have the cassette.
Do they give you a CD to do? Or
You
do
turned
just
into
do it
a
on the
radio
phone?
station, actually, I think. The last time I took it,
So it has the little broadcast thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We have to do this time. Okay. Sorry, I get off on a rabbit hole really easily. So since we were here last time, the Canes were up 2-1 in the series. 2-0 in the series. New Jersey did win Game 3 in New Jersey last Friday night after we did our show last Friday. They won 3-2. Canes should have won that one too. But anyway, it goes to Game 4 this past Sunday, and the Hurricanes won in New Jersey 5-2. It was a game where some guy from the Devils kind of shoulder shimmied their goalie, hit him in the head, and he was out for the rest of the game and out for the next game. So there's a lot of bad blood there. You've watched hockey before. You've seen that there is a fight or two every now and then.
Oh, yeah. That's the best part about going.
I'm surprised Ashley's not here yet, but Ashley's favorite saying is he went to a fight the other night and a hockey game broke out instead of vice versa.
That's the only reason I go to.
So the Canes rebounded. It was 3-1 at that point. Scored a quick goal, and the goalie that had to come in cold. And the Canes rebounded to win 5-2 to take a 3-1 series lead. Well, then Tuesday night we used our season tickets. I didn't sell them for this one, and went for the clinching game at Lenovo Center there in Raleigh. And man, it was an awesome game. The Canes got down 3-0 in the first period, and my dad was like, "Let's go. We're going home." I'm like, "No," because if you ever leave early in a sporting event, you won't see the big comeback. So we stayed. Canes ended up tying it up 4-4, 3-3 first, and then 4-4. Went to overtime, double overtime. Game got over right around midnight, which if you have to travel back to the coast is not. That's not the fun part. But they ended up winning 5-4 to clinch the series. So the Hurricanes will now face the Washington Capitals, which is more a little. Are you a Capitals fan?
I mean, I've been here for a long
had that
time,
look when
so
I
I
said
do
that.
like the Hurricanes now. But yeah, I mean,
Are you a Capitals fan?
maybe.
Well, then you probably know Alex Ovechkin.
Yes.
The player for the Capitals that set the goal record this past year. So that's pretty awesome. It'd be even better to beat them in the second round, so it'd be pretty cool.
We'll see.
Okay. Canes will play them. They don't know when yet because the other teams are still going on in the first round. So probably sometime next week will be their next game. I wouldn't think they'd have anything before at least Sunday in that series. So Canes and Capitals in the second round. Good job by the Hurricanes in their Hurricane Watch, full-fledged Hurricane Watch. Is powered by Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning, Jason Humphrey in the game. And like we said before, they have that. It's spelled D-A-I-K-E-N. He says it's pronounced Daikin is the air conditioning company. They're going to have a big Daikin giveaway over the summer. So somebody will get a free or some kind of, I don't want to say exactly what it is because we haven't formulated that yet, but some kind of system from Daikin for their home. So
Maybe
guys
if you
get an air
find
conditioning system?
maybe if you find a house before then.
Hopefully it doesn't
Are you
need an
house
AC.
hunting?
Yeah, so if anyone has a large, I'll use a plug. Anyone has a large house for sale, find me.
How many kids you got? Like 12 or something?
I have 6.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so it is large.
Half dozen. So you do need a large house, yes. What areas are you looking in?
Northwoods, Carolina Plantation.
So not out in the country.
He doesn't actually want to live in Carolina Plantation because we have an HOA over there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, they got rules.
It's
and
an
stuff?
area that we've considered. The bluffs
must
on
be close to the
the
Y.
bluffs on the New River.
See, you should move out, like spend that money and go get you, good piece of land, build a house out in the
Have you
country.
have you priced the
Well, it
cost
depends
of
on
land and
where you're looking at
property
yeah.
right now.
But see, our HOA is very strict too. You can only shoot your guns before midnight.
Okay.
Open fires are
Yeah.
allowed only day or night. So it's really
yeah.
not out in the country has its perks.
Country club estates, any of those, and within 20 minutes of the Y.
Okay, that's true. You want to be close to work. Well, good luck on your house.
Thank
hunting.
you.
That's awesome. Thanks again to Downey Segan Air for sponsoring our Hurricane Watch. So the Canes rolling into the second round. Sebastian Aho got our goal to win the game. And like I said, we took Redneck Barbecue Lab gave us some tickets to a game about a month ago, wasn't it? Roughly. It was March 30th.
Yes.
Yeah, March 30th.
It was amazing.
And Hollywood had been before, but not sitting behind the coach. That's how good their tickets were. And Ashley, who I think I hear.
I heard something.
Yes, Ashley loved his first experience. We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back on Sports Talk. Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. Friday, May 3rd. Getting ready to do our This Day in Sports History. Before we do, we want to welcome to the mic Ashley Mosley, the wonderful and talented Ashley Mosley. Thank you for joining us here for the last segment. We needed some help reading too, and you and Nichole, you all go way back, buddies. So you wanted to make sure you got in here and hung out with her a little bit, right?
Yeah, love to.
Nichole Lovejoy, or Nichole, what, lack of Lovejoy?
No Lovejoy.
No
No
Lovejoy.
Lovejoy.
Nicole, no Lovejoy.
And Charlie Meyers. What can we do with that name? Charlie Brownmeyer? No, not just Charlie Meyers. So,
Charlie Magic Myers.
and you said there was a Charlie Meyers that worked out at the racetrack, but different one.
He used to.
Different. He
used to. He's not-
He used to manage the tracks too.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not out there anymore.
Many moons ago. So we're going to jump in on This Day in Sports History. All this stuff happened on a May 3rd at some time or another. I'll read. Charlie will go. We'll just go around the table that way. Back
Best
in
for last.
1910, you weren't even born in 1910.
I was not.
Obviously.
Nobody
None of us
was.
were. Thank you. The Intercollegiate Athletic Association of the United States, well, that's a mouthful, is renamed the National Collegiate Athletic Association, or the NCAA as we call it now. Possibly one of the most jacked up organizations in America right now with the NIL. Wouldn't you agree, Ashley? With the NIL and the transfer portal, they got to do something. They got it screwed up right now in college athletics.
Well, I guess they need to do away with the universities because they don't go to class anymore. Everything's online.
Yeah.
Don't need any teachers.
And a
Real
prime
money.
example was the NFL draft this year. The whole Shador
Right.
Sanders thing is a direct cause of some of the stuff that's going on in college athletics.
It's the tail wagging the dog.
Yeah, exactly. See, now that's a good expression there.
Yep.
He had some good ones for other stuff too. That's why I need you guys here as my support system to feed those that stuff to me. All right, Charlie, you got the next one.
So in 1922, Mayor Highland closes 2 streets for building the Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York City.
So he just shut down the street. So you guys are
Shut
doing
it down.
y'all are doing better with the YMCA. You're not shutting down Gum Branch Road to build the YMCA.
No.
You're just building it in the field from the YMCA.
We wouldn't be opposed to that if it made it go faster, though.
True that, but could you imagine Gum Branch Road, all the traffic on it being shut down?
But it would open the YMCA even sooner, so everybody would be
Way
happy
too-
again.
Way too radical.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ashley.
All right, 1936, New York Yankee Joe DiMaggio makes his major league debut. He gets 3 hits, actually 4 hits, not counting the one that when he hit on Marilyn Monroe. So,
That's true. Now, how many nicknames did he have?
I don't know.
One was obviously Joltin' Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
He was Mr. Coffee for a while, wasn't he?
He was.
He was the Mr. Coffee rep for a long time. All right, Nichole, here's your time to shine.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't even pronounce this
You need to
name.
do it.
So 1941, 67th
That's
Kentucky
Kentucky.
Derby. I know how to say Kentucky.
Oh, I thought that was the name you were talking
Eddie
Arcaro.
Arcaro
Okay.
aboard
Yeah, Arcaro.
Whirl Away, first leg, successful Triple Crown.
Do you know what we're talking about here? What sport?
I mean, I know, yeah, the Kentucky Derby, it's horse racing.
Nothing
I'm going
about sports.
I'm going to the Kentucky Derby fundraiser
Are
tomorrow.
you?
Yeah.
I thought she meant she's going to the Kentucky
Do
Derby.
you know what the Triple Crown is?
No. But I know what the Kentucky
It's
Derby
a
is. That's all I
tiara
meant.
that has diamond, a ruby, and an emerald. That's the triple
Okay.
crown.
I mean, I just get to dress up for this Kentucky
No, the
Derby
Triple Crown
fundraiser
is
tomorrow. It's
3
really
horse
great.
races: the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont.
Belmont.
Yeah, Belmont Stakes. So, do you go to the big wingding they have? Look who's calling.
Oh, geez. What does he want?
Should we put him on the air?
Put him on the air.
Yeah.
Hello, Timothy. You're on the air on Sports Talk. I have Nichole Lovejoy, and Charlie Meyers here with me. Please talk to us. You didn't think you'd be calling in on the show, did you?
It's Friday morning.
It's Friday morning.
Friday
It
morning.
is. Welcome.
And it's a great Friday morning.
Everyone tell Timothy hello.
Hey.
Hey, Tim, we miss you, buddy.
Good morning. How's
And
everybody doing?
while you were calling, I wanted you to be part of the show. Thank you for what you've done. You guys, Billy Sewell, the crowd, the commissioners, about getting this project started.
Oh, I tell you, it's going to be a great asset to the community, all aspects, all corners, all realms of Onslow County. So looking forward to the completion and everything coming to fruition.
And they were telling me that we were there for the groundbreaking a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. You had the ceremonial shovels in the dirt, and they're already moving earth and stuff out there. It's getting rolling now.
Won't be long now.
All right.
It's coming to Onslow.
Well,
Y'all have a great day.
you too. And I'll call you back about our golf date later.
You got it.
All right, bye. That's what he
You're
was
a
calling
golfer?
about, and I put him right on it, huh?
You're a golfer?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to be doing a golf tournament, hopefully.
Oh, good. We
So
love golf
we'll
tournaments.
invite you.
I think we could go as again. You played before, hadn't you? Hollywood.
Yeah.
And Ashley, play.
If there's a scramble, or what do they call it?
Yeah.
That's my
Captain's
favorite, too.
Choice.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl,
I
we
could
call
do
it
that.
Captain's
Yeah, I could
Choice.
do
Yeah.
that.
Charlie owns golf clubs. They're still in the wrapper, he said.
Really? Left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Are they good clubs?
I don't know. A friend of mine sold them to
How,
me.
how many
You know,
years
kinda-
have they been in the wrapper?
I just got him before I moved here because I knew I
okay.
needed
Did
to learn how
you
to golf.
did you know my first set of golf clubs was actually a pair of golf clubs that John Kopka gave me that were his mother's?
Really?
Wow.
John Kopka's awesome.
So I now have my own set of golf clubs, not his.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Now, how old are your clubs? Do they have hickory shafts or they steel or?
They're steel.
Okay, no hickory?
No,
Okay, they're not
no,
that old.
No, they're not that old. They're
Okay.
Mine
fairly
were.
I'll start to say I would buy them if they had the
Mine were that old.
hickory shafts.
Probably.
You said it was his mother they had?
They were his mother's. They
Yeah,
had
they
been in his
probably-
garage since
They dated
1967.
back a little while. Do you still have them?
I don't. No, I gave them back to him.
Oh, I'll start to say, yeah. That'd be a good thing for him to have. All right, where did we finish off before Tim called and interrupted the show? And,
Your
and I wanted to
turn.
make sure he got part of this too because he wasn't.
Your turn to talk about the NFL draft.
NFL draft, 1977, the 1977 NFL draft. Ricky Bell from the University, or USC. You know what university that is?
No,
South Carolina.
Okay.
No, that one's actually Southern Cal.
we don't like them.
University of Southern California.
Do you know who Ricky Bell's brother was?
Mr. Bell?
Archie Bell,
Archie Bell.
the singer.
Oh, really?
Archie Bell and the Drills.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, you guys would know that from the radio days. So Ricky Bell was drafted from the University of Southern California, the first pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that was their expansion season. Bless you, I think. Is that what that was? Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to hold it in.
So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers started that year. What other team started? That would have been a good trivia question. What other team started with the Bucs? You remember, Ashley? SS, Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
So that was their expansion year back in '77. You guys were not.
I was not
around
alive.
then,
I'm getting
so
close to me.
You're
but
getting
not
close
yet.
to me.
Far away from me still.
Yeah.
So in
You're
nine-
only 25.
I'm only 25.
All right, 1979.
So in 1979, Major League Baseball Cleveland Indian Bobby Bonds hits his 300th home run, second to have 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases.
Now that was the original Bonds. That's Barry Bonds' dad, Bobby Bonds. Great player. I mean, he was just one of those all-around great players. And I think we can still say Cleveland Indians, can't we?
Why not?
Yeah, Cleveland Indians. I mean, I think we can say Indians.
Everyone in Cleveland still says Indians. so-
Exactly. And I've actually heard that there's a move to get it back.
Yes.
The other way. So you're familiar with that? Is that your team?
I lived in Ohio for quite a while, so
Did you?
it's- yeah.
Now, so you can tell us the Guardians are something to do with the bridges there, right? Or statues near the bridges of the rivers.
I'm not sure how they came up with
That's
that for
what
sure.
I
I,
was
think
told,
they
so-
made up a story to come up with it.
Yeah, we'll research that later. All right, Ashley.
All right, 1980, Giants first baseman Willie McCovey hits his 521st and final home run.
With a wood bat, with dirt on his hands, not all the stuff you have now, no steroids. Now, Willie McCovey is another legendary name in baseball. All right, you get the hockey one here.
Okay, 1983 NHL Clarence Campbell Conference Final. Edmonton Oilers beat Chicago Blackhawks 4-0.
So that was kind of a yawner of a series there. So you would say you're a Capitals fan, right?
I would say I'm a Hershey Bears fan,
Yeah,
honestly.
the ones that throw all the bears on the rink.
Yeah, because they're
That's
just
awesome.
really fun games
You ever
to
been
go
to that game before?
Oh, we had season tickets to
I mean,
Hershey
you've ever been
Bears.
to the bear game, the bear drop game.
No, I've never seen that one.
You never heard of that, where they throw the teddy bears on the ice? It's a fundraiser, or the thing they do for some kids thing. Like
It's
you know,
probably for the Children's Hospital
yes,
up there.
exactly.
Yeah.
And all the bears are new. People bring them, and they throw them on the ice. They collect them and give them to the children's hospital.
That's really cool.
It's amazing.
I've never
Look
been
at
to
the
that game.
video on it. It's pretty awesome. Would you have a hockey team at all?
I do not.
No hockey team. Okay. So I get the next one. 1986 was a very good year. Was that a Sinatra song, Hollywood? It was a very good year.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I love that.
Did
song.
you say that's the year you graduated high school?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very seasoned in
Where'd you
like
graduate
fine
from?
wine. And that's part of that song too, remember?
Yeah.
Fine wine.
Where'd you
No, sing
graduate
for it?
from?
Southwest High School.
Okay.
Well, actually, I haven't graduated. I'm the booster president. They tell me if I keep working out there, I'll get enough credit hours
Okay.
to get my diploma.
We'll give it to you.
All right, 112th Kentucky Derby. Bill Shoemaker, another famous jockey, aboard Ferdinand, wins in, what is that, 2 minutes, 2.8 seconds. Ashley, you're a big horse racing guy. Would you say Shoemaker or Eddie Acaro was
Willie
probably
Shoemaker.
the best one? I would say
Shoemaker had
Shoemaker.
more wins.
Who's the
Eddie
more
Acaro.
recent one? There's one now that's won a ton. Or is Shoemaker the one I'm thinking of? Probably the most
Oh, he's retired now, but I
most wins on a horse.
I don't have any idea.
All right, you got the next one, Charlie?
Yeah, 1991 future Hockey Hall of Fame white ring. Cam Neely injures knee on a cheap shot by Shamilson. Is that right? In the Wales Conference Finals. Injury limits him to only 162 games for the remainder of the NHL career. Retires at age 31.
Wow. And then they have about 80-some games a season plus playoffs, so probably over 100 games each year if you have a deep run. So, unfortunately, that was his season.
All right, 1992, Baltimore Orioles Greg Olson, 25 years old, is the youngest to record 100 saves.
Do you know what a save is, Nicole?
No.
Game's rolling along, pitch, you got a lead, and all of a sudden you have to bring in a relief pitcher, and he kind of shuts down the team's comeback. That's
I
in a
should know
nutshell
this.
what a save is.
I should know this. I'm a baseball mom.
You're a baseball mom?
I'm a baseball
Is
mom.
your kid a pitcher or a hitter?
Well, he's,
a field
he's
player.
5, so
What you were doing, T-ball or coach pitch?
it's coach pitch.
Okay.
He just wants to be a designated hitter or play first base.
Is your husband a coach?
Third base coach when he needs
So he's
it.
not the pitcher for him?
He's not the pitcher, no.
I was pitcher for my kids' coach pitch team. There's a lot of pressure there because you got to basically hit the bat a lot of times.
Okay,
You
my
gotta
kid
put it
actually
in
is
the
a
exact
good
right
hitter,
thing.
so he gets really mad at the coach and he wants him to back up.
Oh, and that's
And
another
he's like
thing.
almost hit the coach numerous times.
That's another thing. You have some kids that are so good, you've got to almost pump it up for them to hit the ball. If you're throwing it slow, they're missing it.
Do you know he just got so much better last year because we were in Osprey's host family, and so we had a player, first baseman,
Which player? Noah?
Quinn Schultz, number 24. He's
The
not
one
playing
from
this year.
UNCW.
No, he's from Northern Michigan.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So
Quincy.
yeah, so we were his host family, and he played ball in the backyard with my son.
I
all
did the
season.
Ospreys TV broadcast.
Okay.
I was the commentator on there. You couldn't see it because I was behind the camera, but I did their broadcast and everything. Yeah, so is he coming back this year?
No, we have another player this year.
Who you got this year?
His name's Jordan. He's coming. He's from North Carolina, but he plays for a team in New York.
Did he play for us last year?
No, he actually played for Brunswick last year.
Okay. Yeah, and there's been some mutinies. Have you heard about this?
No.
Players from the other areas that saw how well it was
They
done
just liked
here.
our fans and
Yes.
liked the area.
And
Yeah, so
we're
he's
getting
one of
some
them.
the Kinston kids too, because the wingman folded up because of the bird dogs going in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. That's great. Great, you're our host family.
Yep.
So you've been out to most of the games.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you out there this year then.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
can get on the mic with me and do a little color commentary.
Okay.
You can tell
We'll
them,
see.
all the ins and outs of baseball.
Okay.
All
yeah.
right. Where are we at and who had the last one? Did I have the last one?
Baltimore Orioles, last one.
Baltimore Orioles was
Was
the
that
last one,
you?
so I guess it's me. So
Okay, shoot.
1999 World
Snooker?
Snooker Championship, Crucible Theatre, Sheffield, Stephen Hendry of Scotland defeats Welshman Mark Williams 18-11 for a record 7th world crown. I don't know what any of that means.
Okay, and I could tell as you were meandering through that yes, some of it, like the Welshman, that's from Welsh in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Snooker. Let's see what do you think snooker is?
I have no idea.
Have you ever seen Jersey Shore Snooki?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with this.
I didn't think
Snooker
so.
is a kind of pool
game.
Yeah, kind of billiards.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just the way they.
Yeah,
call
why
it,
did
what
you
they
give
call
me
it.
the hardest one that I didn't even know
It
what I
just-
was reading?
It just worked out that way. You could have got this next name that I get to try. In 2008, the 134th Kentucky Derby, Ken Desormeaux,
The Sormo, man. The
Great
Sormo.
job.
aboard Big Brown wins in nearly 5 lengths, runner-up 8 bells. Was euthanized after fracturing both front ankles, first fatality in Derby history. That's sad.
That is
now, do you know
sad.
what 8 bells means?
No. Why do you keep asking me all these hard questions?
I'm just we're
This is a class.
we're
like in
learning
college.
we're learning
I'm
through you. We're
clearly
teaching
learning.
you
Get to the
sports
class ahead of
from your
time.
perspective.
No. You could have given me a
We
heads
preview
up.
all this stuff ahead of time. so
Yeah,
you-
heads up we were doing this
I was
today.
going to say the 8 bells in the Navy would mean 8 o'clock, but with the ES on the end, it probably means 8 ladies, 8 bells. So anyway, little trivia there. All right, Charlie, please help me.
2015 Chelsea wins the 2014-15 English Football Premier League.
Have you ever seen Chelsea play soccer before?
No.
She's pretty good.
I don't think that's what that means.
No, Chelsea's a team. It's
Okay.
a town or whatever. But
Okay.
that's always my running joke with Steve Goodson and them and Joey Mahalchik and Dave
That is so dumb.
Chelsea plays. Good. I
Dumb.
know. It's like a dad joke.
So you've used
It's a
it before.
really bad dad
Yeah.
joke.
Wah, wah. Have you got that soundtrack? That sound bite? We need that for later. Wah,
I'll get it
wah.
later.
Or the Debbie Downer thing.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley.
let's see. 2018 Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan becomes the National Football League's first $30 million per season player after agreeing to a $150 million contract extension.
He was probably not the one that was the most worthy of that contract. That's a big contract. And Ryan was good, but he's the one that had the 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl and let it evaporate.
Hey, that running back missed that block. What happened?
There was
Yeah,
several
yeah.
plays in that game that they could have won if they hadn't have blown it.
Right.
Now you get the last one.
No, you can skip me.
You
I
want me
think
to
you
do
should.
that
I
one?
think you should take it.
Just for what's in giggles. How do you think that name?
I
is
have no
pronounced?
idea. That's why I said you can have it.
All right.
Go with it. Try something.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Expand your horizons.
Right. Give it a shot.
Shohei, I have no idea. Shohei?
Shohei Ohtani.
Otani.
Yeah, Ohtani. 2023 Major League Baseball, Los Angeles Angels pitcher Shohei Ohtani joins the New York Yankee legend Babe Ruth as the only pitcher to strike out 500 batters and hit over 100 career home runs in a 6-4 win over the Cardinals in St. Louis. Of course, that was the year he made the All-Star team in 2 positions. Remember, he was pitcher and fielder, for his whatever field he.
He did
position
some
he
gambling too, didn't he?
Well,
Or is that his
his
agent?
interpreter placed the bets, and he didn't know about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a shame Pete Rose couldn't have come up with that same thing.
Yeah,
Saying
yeah,
he placed the bets in Spain, and he had no idea.
Yeah.
It was a language issue. Okay, that's what he said. So that's his story, and he's sticking to it. That's this day in sports history. Sponsored by the Redneck Barbecue Lab. You guys ever eat at the Redneck Barbecue Lab?
No.
There's one in Beaufort now. Great. Do you like barbecue?
North Carolina barbecue? No.
Don't turn up your nose like that when you say that.
No.
They got
How
all
about-
kinds of barbecue. They got
Do you
all-
like brisket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great brisket. There's location in Beaufort now, Live Oak Street. There's one at exit 319 going towards Raleigh, right off of I-40. There's one in North Hills, which we ate at the hockey game. Excellent. Jerry Stevenson, the gang that runs it, give it a try. It's good stuff.
You don't like North Carolina barbecue?
I don't like vinegar-based
That's
barbecue.
blasphemous.
No, I'm from
Well,
the
to
north.
be honest with you, the pulled pork we had up there, remember, they didn't have vinegar on it. He gives it to you natural and lets you sauce it however you want to.
Okay, I can do
it
that
was
then.
Good. It had a great smoked flavor to it, too.
Amazing.
So we're done with all that stuff. Let's jump back into YMCA land. Young Men's. I keep wanting to say
Christian.
clubs. Christian Association.
Association.
Okay. I always thought it meant Young Men's Clubs of America. Now we know. And we know that if you're doing a C, you do it this way.
I have a question.
Okay.
Quick. How long, and maybe this has been asked and I just missed it because I've been popping in and out. How long has the YMCA organization been around? Does anyone know that? I'm just curious. I mean, that's a
The actual year, I don't know. 17.
40.
something.
Yeah.
That's
It's been
wild.
around long. It's originally
common.
started overseas before it came to America.
Wow.
So
Such an iconic name for the organization.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool.
17 something. Really?
Yeah,
been around.
in London.
yeah.
Oh, okay. And then they brought it over here when we whooped them back in 1776, right?
It came here before that. It was
did
only
it?
like 5 years later that it came to America.
So it's been around a while.
Well, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Any other history about the YMCA you want to share with us? You sound like the YMCA.
Well, I mean, so
historian.
why we're talking about history, did you know that the YMCA actually came to Jacksonville in what year, do you think?
92.
1900s?
No. In Jacksonville, it came in 2019.
So you're talking about the
because,
one there
Yeah, so
downtown
this
area.
one, Cheney Avenue, because everyone keeps thinking the YMCA is coming.
I didn't know
to
if it came one time
Jacksonville.
before and then came back
So I think there was talks that there was
years ago.
one on base
Yeah.
years ago.
Ashley knows.
I
something.
got a story I want to share with you. In fact,
Uh-oh.
I called Hollywood a little bit earlier if we had a snippet of that song by the Village People, YMCA.
Yeah, because it makes me do this.
Yeah. Well, I went to governor's school with Randy Jones, who went to Raleigh Inland High School, and he was a member. He was the policeman in the Village People.
Get out, really?
Yep. And he lives in Beaufort.
Very nice.
How about
Oh, we got to get him on the show.
That is really cool.
We'll make that work with
And
sports
originally,
somehow.
our national office fought against the song of
Really?
having the YMCA.
How do you
Just that-
fight against that iconic
But then they saw
song?
how well it was promoting in the sense
Yeah.
of just getting the name out there that they didn't fight anymore.
They backed off.
Yep, backed off. a
There
little
may or may not be a YouTube video of Charlie doing the YMCA.
Really?
bit. I think it was at a Rotary meeting, wasn't it?
No, that's not the one. But
Do
I
they serve
caught
drinks at
you.
Rotary meeting?
I caught you doing the YMCA in a video when the kids were doing it, and it may or may not be posted on our YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube channel, but there's
Tell
like
us about it.
there's like 3 videos on there. They're actually not
We've
great.
got a bunch on our YouTube channel now.
We're working on it.
And you can go back
Social
and
media
watch this
stuff.
show this weekend and critique yourself.
Well, hey, now we'll follow you on YouTube, and you can.
Well, I think you've done excellent, though. I was really disappointed you didn't try Shohei Ohtani.
I mean-
That's the name. But you did great on everything else.
One thing I'll throw out about history of Hawaii is basketball was actually invented in the YMCA.
By James Naismith.
Okay. At one of the school.
in
And
Illinois somewhere, Springfield,
volleyball was also invented at the YMCA. So two
So-
major sports were invented at the YMCA.
Do you know that men actually used to swim naked at the YMCA for hygiene? I learned that in the history of the YMCA.
Used to be
We're
just
taking-
a young men, so it was only men's, and it was healthier to not have the clothing.
That was before like filtration of
Yeah.
pools and stuff. So I mean,
Yes, if you see,
we're
if you go
taking
any
a-
old wives and look at any pictures really close, you can see naked bottoms.
We're taking a trip down the dark side of the YMCA.
Well, back then it was like acceptable. I mean, it was like
Correct.
yeah, it was acceptable.
Swim naked.
Yes,
naked.
Wow.
the Southwest in you is coming out.
Thanks for bringing that
saying
up,
So what you're saying is if we want to cannonball naked at the new YMCA, we can't do that.
We will kick you out if you do that.
It's also
just
called
so
a
you know.
charge.
Well, they'd have to close it, and at 2 a.m. maybe you could.
And JPD will be called, so yeah, don't do that.
I'll
Just a question
probably
I'm
be
asking
called
you.
too because I live close, and they'll be calling me to like come check it
This
out.
guy said that you told him he could do this, but no
No.
nakedness at the YMCA. I did not realize that it went that far back though. That's amazing that they've had the clubs and just the overall general thing before we go. What are the great things it's going to do for the community? What from a kids level up to the high school level? We talked about the high schools being able to have their swim meets there, but just from a kids level up learning to swim, what are the things that will be taught?
So
there?
one thing that we didn't talk about when we were talking about the partnership with the school system was that all second graders in the county, once the pools are open, are going to have access to our swim safety program. So they will learn how to save themselves in the event that they fell into a body of water.
Will that be a case where they're brought over from the schools, like on buses, to do it, or will they have to get there on their own at different times, or will it be like a group thing?
I think the final details are still being worked out, but
Hashed out.
ideally it's that the schools bus them over
Yeah.
so that no kids are held back
Oh, that'd be
because
cool.
of not having
You're stuck in
transportation.
second grade for the day, and all of a sudden you get to go to the pool.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
be an awesome field trip.
Right? That's the best field trip.
It's like anytime you got out of school for a field trip, it was amazing. Did you ever do YMCA stuff growing up in?
No, I didn't do the YMCA thing, man.
Younger
I don't
days?
even think they had one of the gold.
you jumped in the deep end of the pool like the rest of us.
Yeah.
And just
I
learned how to
was in
swim
the boys club, National Boys and Girls Club. You know, so.
of America.
Charlie has a really long YMCA background, though.
I started my Y career all the way back in resident camping. So I started as a resident camp counselor and then became a program director, camp director. So it's been a good career, and was in Indiana prior to coming here. And my wife said, "Stop moving me farther north and west, and get me the warmer weather." So
Where
the
have you
opportunity-
lived? We already got Ohio, Indiana,
So I was born and raised in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
And then went to Ohio.
That's,
and then to Indiana
just
and out
small,
here.
man.
So and this is the plan is this the last stop. So
Last
it's-
stop. It
it's
usually
just
is.
Stay and
People get
built
here and
this
they
up.
don't leave.
Built this building and then go build a couple more in the county
How long you been with the YMCA?
since 2001.
Gosh.
How about you there, Missy?
Well,
That's
I've been
months.
I've been at the YMCA since January because Billy and
Interesting.
Steve thought it would be a great idea to convince me to leave my comfort
Start
zone
making some money
and
for
go
it.
to the
We're
YMCA.
not making money for the YMCA to the fundraising aspect. It's still going on. Like it hasn't totally been paid for yet, has it?
No, we're really close.
you're
We need
still
about
producing.
$2 million.
Okay. Yeah, we can work that out, can't we? $2 million.
I mean, come on, Ashley, pull out your checkbook.
We even named something after you.
Huh?
We even named something after you
Yes,
if you need to.
you write a check for $2 million. We will name it
$2
the
million.
Ashley Mosley Pool.
Okay.
Maybe not the pool.
The Chris
You'll get a
Raynor naked
room.
swimming pool.
You'll get a room.
A urinal.
A room.
A urinal. You'll
Okay.
get a urinal.
Not a urinal. Maybe two. Maybe make them gold.
Ashley Mosley urinals.
That's it.
Is it yours or is it mine? That's another dad joke. Sorry, I have a bunch of those actually. We could be here all day. What other aspects before we go do you guys want to talk about? There's got to be something else we haven't covered yet.
Speaking of Kentucky Derby, I think it's Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Is it this
tomorrow?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's going to be a busy couple of Saturdays. You got Kentucky Derby, then you got Mother's Day coming up.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day in a couple of weeks.
Speaking of
Chair recognizes
of the
Hollywood.
Kentucky Derby and Nichole, do you have your hat? You got your hat design? And
I have a hat. It's not really a Kentucky Derby hat, but it's. I mean,
It's got
it's
flowers
that's the
on
big
it.
deal. The hat's the
it's
big
just
deal.
big.
It's just a brim hat.
It's
or
just big.
No flowers on it.
There's no flowers
you
on it.
been
My
to the-
dress is
Have you
all
been to the
flowers.
Derby before?
No.
I've been twice.
It's amazing.
I've never been, but
Wow.
I imagine it's a spectacle.
It is. A lot of fun, a lot of fun.
You ever been?
No.
Not Kentucky Derby.
By the way, you're talking about Mother's Day, Barnes Diamond Gallery has got everything reduced 25 to 30%.
For leading up to Mother's Day.
Uh-huh.
This coming week will be the good time to go see Lindsey Jarman in the game
Right.
and get a good deal on some jewelry for your mama. Now, back to the Kentucky Derby thing. Have you ever been to the stuff they do in Swansboro? They make a big deal of it down there. They
A lot
have a
of
big
people
group.
do in town, you know.
Yeah, I guess they do, but I
They have a
know
big
some people
party,
down
they
there
have
that
a
I've
big
seen.
party in Myrtle Beach.
Ooh, I bet it would rock for Kentucky Derby weekend.
All the people get all decked out, you know, and you think they were there, really.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing this weekend. We're going to a fundraiser where everybody's dressing up like they're going to the Kentucky Derby.
So it's a lot like a watch party for other sports. Even watch parties for like they do the thing in Chapel Hill back when Carolina used to play for the national championship. They would do the thing in the Dean Dome where you go in there, and I mean, that should be exciting to watch that with a lot of people like that. And where's the one you guys are going to?
The United Way is doing their Vine and Dine fundraiser
cool.
this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good fundraiser. Another good
I'm just looking.
another good event. Another good program for the community and stuff. Did I do something?
He's
wrong?
like, you forgot something.
Did I forget something?
No, you're good.
Guess one final thing they kind of said for the Y is just thanking all of our donors that have currently donated to our capital campaigns, especially the federal government, the state of North Carolina, the Board of Education, the city of Jacksonville, and the county. Because if we didn't have those funding, this would have never happened.
And it takes a village.
It takes a
does.
village to get this done.
That's the expression used in a lot of terms, but for this, it was a multi-group effort. Everybody coming
Absolutely.
together.
And we're
Yep.
unique. We're one of the, first YMCA, independent YMCAs have been chartered in the past 25 years.
How about that?
So it's unique, and being a debt-free YMCA will be an amazing for this community.
Now you talked about when it first came here, the location downtown area. Was there ever any idea of putting a pool and stuff in that area, like on the side land there, or was it always looking for another place to do the?
It was always going to be looking for another place. That was originally what we referred to as a storefront YMCA. Then, of course, COVID happened, so it switched to childcare, and it never left the childcare area.
So will that one stay or eventually?
It'll stay as a childcare center.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys for what you're doing, getting the program up and running. 18 months.
18 months.
The builders are on the clock.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Anything I want to share before we go? Any shout outs to anybody else in the group? Obviously, Billy Sewell and
yeah,
a lot
Billy.
of the folks involved. There's probably some others that y'all know about. I know about Billy, of course, because he sponsors everything
Yes.
that goes on in Onslow County. But
But our
any
board,
other
yeah, I mean, our board's
board or sponsors you
amazing.
wanna talk about?
Our board's absolutely amazing. So
That's good
they
they do
just
that.
continue to advocate and share their YMCA stories. So just encourage anybody, if they have YMCA stories, come and share them with us.
Come take a tour of what we have now, and
Yeah.
we'll show you what's going on, too.
Yep, you can come to 1940 Gum Branch anytime. We'll give you a
Tell the
tour,
story.
show you the
So I
blueprints.
can tell you the
and-
story of the Panthers game I was at where they did the YMCA and it led to a
Well,
victory.
now that you know how to do the C the correct way,
Yeah, I
we
was
will
doing it
get
this
you
way. She said it
to
this way.
come. We'll get
I
you.
was doing a backwards E or something. Yeah.
We need to get them up there doing that Hollywood, put it on video.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. No,
I
but
can,
I will
can be the
videotape
Y,
you
he can be
guys.
the M, C, and then the A.
You guys
Yeah.
can do it.
She would need to be the A because
Yeah, but
at
you're
the
the
end
star,
she'd be a
man.
little
We need to
taller.
have you in it.
I'll videotape it. I'll videotape
We're
you guys
good.
doing it.
Well, I want to thank our sponsors. A lot of these same sponsors are probably some of the folks you guys have are using. Obviously, Golden Corral, Billy Sewell, same folks that are contributing on the things in their community. They do all kinds of stuff for our high schools. I'm really looking forward to seeing the high school swim stuff come up.
It'll be great.
That's going to be awesome for our schools. I want to thank our sponsors before we go. National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, of course, that's Harry Brown and his gang. CNS Paint, Ron Choate and Victor Case. Golden Corral, Mr. Billy Sewell. Rock Creek Golf and Country Club, Rick Morton, they're a pro out there. I played out there last week. Of course, in great shape. And Rick really does deserve to be in the Onslow County
Hall of
Jacksonville
Fame.
Onslow Sports Commission Hall of Fame. So we're working on that for next year. The Jones Onslow EMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Jones LP Gas, located in Verona. You're going to go get your gas bottle filled today for $11. Southern
that
Touch
new
Painting.
grill you got?
You got a new grill?
He has my old-
refurbished chairs,
2 bottles or 1?
which is a one.
Well, go get that one
But
filled today for $11.
good for
$11.
Can't beat it. Southern Touch Painting, of course, Roger Carroll and his gang. Fountain Management, Miss Sandra Fountain. Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley in the group. Barnes Diamond Gallery, we talked about Miss Lindsay Jarman down there. Mother's Day coming up, be a good week to go purchase some stuff, some swag for Mother. Lane Associates Family Dentistry, Doctors Tommy and Kim Morgan. Barkley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, and of course, thanks to Helen's Kitchen. We're going to dive into those Billy Bowls here shortly. Billy Grissett for bringing those to us. They are just a bowl full of joy and magic, yes. Hurricane Watch is in full effect. Hurricanes, we don't know when their next game will be because it'll be in the second round, probably sometime, probably Sunday, maybe Monday, I would think, and possibly Tuesday. And that's sponsored by Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning, Jason Humphrey and the gang. We talked about it earlier, Ashley. They're doing a Daikin giveaway. It's a air conditioning system. The name is Daken. He says it's pronounced Daikin. Some company that they're giving away an air conditioning system or heating and air system to a family or some. They haven't got the parameters established yet on what it's going to be, but we'll keep everybody informed. Racing Report is powered by Onslow County Motor Company, of course, Ben Beasley and the gang. And that's a wrap for Sports Talk. Thank you guys for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Doing
having us.
great things for the YMCA and the community, and we'll see you next Friday.